Hi, this is Tutor and this is Quotes 127. We have another quote by Benjamin Franklin today, and let's look at the quote. Half a truth is often a great lie, so a very big lie. Let's continue. This quote has sometimes been reworded into the proverb, half a truth is often a whole lie, or a full lie. This basically means that if you do not tell the whole truth, you deceive, you lie to, you trick people just as much as a direct lie. Um, some other people say this quote is similar to the idea of lying by omission. Remember, omission is the noun of to omit. So it means you don't tell the whole truth. You leave out important information that's very significant, that should have been told to the people, and they didn't get it. So really, you can't really judge the whole situation unless you get this important information. So you lie by omission, by not telling something that's very significant. Okay. Basically, since you don't tell the whole truth, the listener could interpret it incorrectly, and come to the wrong conclusion. Some political commentators used this quote to refer to Obama's quote of, if you like your health care plan, you can keep it. Yeah, he said that before, as they was trying to convince the people to support Obamacare when it was still being voted on. Technically, there was no law that said you had to give up your health care plan. So it is at least a half a truth in that sort of sense. However, most people did lose the plan they had before, and many lost their doctors. All right, well, a lot lost the plan sometimes because their doctors refused not to take Obamacare for a couple of reasons. One, maybe Obamacare didn't, reimburse them as much money, and it wasn't worth the time to continue with patients under Obamacare. Also, there was a lot of regulations under Obamacare too, where maybe the doctor may have to get permission on how to treat some of their patients, and some doctors didn't like that either. They like to be able to treat the patient the way they think is best. So this is another reason why some doctors didn't even want to use Obamacare. So that was one issue to begin with. Plus the whole system changed. The costs were going up year after year. So it really wasn't the same plans anymore, because just the fact that the prices went up actually changed your plan a lot. So let's continue here. However, most people do lose the plan they had before, and many lost their doctors. Yeah, well, like I said, some doctors said, I'm just not even going to take it anymore. I'm not even going to bother. It's not worth the time. Some healthcare providers decided not to accept Obamacare due to its extra costs and regulations. Each year since it has gone into effect, the cost has been rising considerably. And, we're talking in the area of maybe 20 to 40% each and every year. And maybe, or they say that, it's going up and it doesn't cover this anymore. So many people actually threw in the towel and said, forget it. I'll have no insurance. And of course, because of Obamacare, they also ended up being fined if they got no insurance. So then they have no insurance and they're fined. So anyway, it goes back to the idea that half a truth is a great lie. So even though he was saying and promising that you could keep your health care plan, you could keep your doctor, without really explaining the whole situation, that you weren't really going to have the same plan anymore because costs were going to go up sky high. It wasn't really the same plan. And they came out with all kinds of deductibles too, which means that if you didn't reach a certain level, and these levels were really, really high. Some people tell me as much as 10,000, like you had to have $10,000 in bills before they minused anything. So it didn't end up really being the truth. So it really goes back. So that's why some of the political commentators actually use Ben Franklin's quote, saying that, well, he's saying this, but he's leaving out a lot. He's omitting a lot, and the general public couldn't really grasp it. Okay. Anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.